Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always. Start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Piscean people out there. My guides, talk to me. What do you have for us Pisces out there? Let's see what's going on, my guides. And yes, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what's going on for the Pisces collective, please. What do we got here? So we are almost moving into Libra season, my friends. There we go. Yeah, here's the creativity. Beautiful, lovely. Okay, and I know I almost sound like a broken record, but this energy seems to permanently stick to the Pisces collective, but I like it. It's page energy. So there's a little bit of a different twist happening here with this first card. So there could be communication and learning new things. It's very, very positive. Now, before we really dive into this, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button, but tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. And finally, for those of you that are interested, I have channel memberships open here on the channel. So if you're interested in checking that out, down in the comments, there's a pinned comment, and I'll be doing a very special reading for this month's members. It's the first ever month, so I'm going to go all out. But into the reading, enough of the promo. I promise I just had to get all that out the way. We have this page energy, right? All reading from this point forth. Now, we see this person, they have a yin-yang on their head. Looks like they're playing a lute or an instrument of some kind, and there's a rainbow coming out of it. So, of course, that makes me remember and think about all the creative juices that a lot of Pisces have within them. Even if they don't normally tap into it, it's very artistic, it's creative, it's a good outlet. So it's showing up front and center again. So Spirit could be asking you to create, throw your energy into things. However, once again, this is page energy, which gives us a little bit of a difference. For a lot of Pisces, maybe there's something you're wanting to learn or become a student of. Learn something, throw your energy into it, and start a new path, which is very good and positive. But pages are also communicators. They're speakers, they're messengers. So there is a big importance about new paths, learning, and communicating. Okay, whether you're communicating honestly, it could go any certain variety of ways, but I like this page energy up front. I feel like it's extremely positive. Okay, so let's get into the reading. Even if we get rough things in the tarot reading, that's positive. So let's get your tarot going. Yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. What do we got here for Pisces, please? And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was titled, They Are Planning. So was someone planning something towards us? There was a lot of strategy. So for a portion of you, maybe there was something you're planning, right? Maybe it is this new path or something you're wanting to learn or do or throw your energy into. But I just have to say there were multiple alignments in last week's reading that had to do with strategy, whether you or somebody else. Didn't feel nefarious, like it didn't feel like anything that we have to throw the red flags up about, but there was planning to be had. So let's see what energies read this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3. What do we got for Pisces here? What do we got for my friends? Thank you. Ace of Wands, yeah, fiery. More of that new good energy, my friends, which is really nice. And I will say this, in recent Pisces readings for a few weeks now, we've been getting a lot of positivity, and we're starting with some. Ace of Wands is a loaded card, but it is starting something with a bang. Like there's a lot of fire here, there's a lot of passion with that card. 3 of Cups, wow. Okay. I'm going to try to not get too excited over these energies, Pisces. You know, but I'm happy for us already. Let's get one more. What do we got for Pisces? Thank you. Okay, we're going to get a little bit of a bonus here. We got the 4 of Swords on the back end. Okay, might be in a lull of some kind, or now might be a bit of a slow time in regards to something. But there's also a bonus. There's this 5 of Cups on the edge. Interesting, because now we have some layers to look at. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I look down here at this spread, and we are starting with a bang with so much positivity. Then it seems to taper off on the back end. So for some Pisces in this time, watch out for things that start up really quick because they might taper off in one way or another. But there's a lot to this story. Let's go through one by one. We got fire, we got water, we got air, and more water. So there's a lot happening here. There's a lot of internal stuff too. But position number one, we have the Ace of Wands. All aces are opportunities. All aces represent the beginning of a new journey, a new path. So we really, really like this card to start off a reading. It's very fiery. So it could be starting something with a lot of gusto, a lot of fire, a lot of motivation, which can be really nice. But the Ace of Wands can also be a little bit temperamental. So in this time, watch like that your temper doesn't get away from you, because fire goes both ways, right? Fire could sometimes be really good for getting things moving, but it could also be a little uncontrollable, spontaneous, combustible, explosive. So we'll see what's up with that. The Ace of Wands can also represent one's libido. So for a lot of us Pisceans out there, our libidos could be kicking up a notch or three. Moving to the center, we have the Three of Cups. Right? We're going to keep it PG. This card, as with all, have a lot of positives, but it does have some challenges. When we see the Three of Cups, to me in its most positive, it represents celebration, happiness, getting together with others. It's merriment. It's a cause for celebration. So we could think of any number of wins, victories, and overcoming things with this card. It is absolutely a cause to be happy. But what are the challenges of this card? It could be representing a sticky group dynamic, more than two. The Three of Cups can absolutely represent somebody that overconsumes. So if there's somebody in your life, they throw a few too many back or they party it up a little too much, that's what this card represents. No judgment here. I'm just telling you what some of the challenges could be. And I'm feeling it's more positive than anything, but it could be pointing to that for sure. Now, getting to the back end, we have the Four of Swords, a card of rest. That's why I said we're starting with a bang. We're into the good times. Now we have this little bit of a taper off. Maybe you need a rest. Okay, maybe there's something you need to recover, rest, and recuperate from. Absolutely. This card could speak about a connection to spirit. So your intuition, your empathy could be heightened big time when this shows up. So protect yourself energetically, because you could be feeding off the energy of others even if you don't notice you're doing it when we have the Four of Swords. It could represent an interest in spirituality, meditation. So maybe spirit wants you to really get in tune with your inner voice when this Four of Swords is here. But let's not get it twisted. This is a card of rest, okay? Like taking a rest, slowing something down. So we'll need to dig deeper into that. Now we get to the bonus, which is the Five of Cups. Now, this is a complete vibe switch. And since it's a bonus, it could just be something that you're carrying with you. Okay, I know us Pisces, we get that reputation sometimes where people say we're always depressed about something. Not true, right? Obviously not true. We're not always depressed. But the Five of Cups is deep emotional feelings, right? It's called the River of Tears for a reason. So where we have mostly positive going on, there's still this Five of Cups energy that is being worked through and healed from. So for some of you, once again, it's not a major thing since it's a footnote, but it's something to pay attention to. Okay, even if things are good, there might be something that you still need to work through when this card is here. But you know what, Pisces, I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for Pisces and see what's going on, my guides. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ace of Wands. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Ace of Wands. What's going on here? Why is that Ace of Wands in the mix? Thank you. Wow. We got the Wheel of Fortune, my friend. Ooh, this is like a sudden turn of luck here. That makes so much sense in a very, very good way. Yes, it's karmic energy. And when we look at a card that could be a beginning and a card that speaks of a cycle, the next cycle you're moving into has a lot of prosperity here. And just for some of you, if you don't know, I read cards randomly. I just pull them. I do these little shuffles until they pop out, okay? Yeah, that one was the Nine of Wands. So it doesn't want me to tell you the secrets. So when I get a card like the Wheel of Fortune right here up front underneath this Ace of Wands, this is something coming in quick. So for a lot of Pisces, there could be a good turn of luck. Play the lottery or something. Try your luck. Test your luck with something when this alignment shows up for sure. Regardless of what we got going on back here, I feel like this is a good sign. There could be good opportunities dropping in a lot of Pisces laps. Sure, this could talk about a karmic cycle and stuff like that. I don't want to go that route just yet, but I feel like, boom, with this fire, this could be coming in surprisingly or unexpectedly. So we're getting the good possible wins here, especially with the celebration right next to it. So for a lot of you, my friends, it's either speaking, once again, about the next cycle you're moving into being very prosperous and good, or the surprising or unexpected victory coming in. And let's see what this celebration's about. I feel like we don't need to overcomplicate it. I don't want to overcomplicate it, even though it has like some karmic connections to it. Let's see why that Three of Cups is there. Let's see what this celebration could entail, my friends. Why is the Three of Cups in the mix? So this is good. We've been getting like positive energy in the Pisces readings, at least sprinkled for quite a while now. So if you're going through tough times, like there are possibilities, my friends. There are possibilities. Hanged Man in reverse. Let the good times roll. I love this. I love this, my friends. The Hanged Man is a card that could represent Scorpio. It's a card that could also represent the zodiac sign of Virgo. And when I see it in reverse, it's a card of action. It's a card of movement, something kicking into gear. And just so you know, the Cancerians, they had this card in the same position, in the same way. Interesting stuff here. So I feel like that what I said in the beginning, let the good times roll. Something big is coming in. It might be more than one good thing coming into your lives in the coming days and weeks. This just feels really good to me. Now, what do we think of when we see this Hanged Man in the upright? Delays. It's not moving. It's analyzing something. It's watching it. It's a card of self-sacrifice. And no, wait, withdrawing the energy. When we get it in reverse, to me, that's like, let's go. Now it's time to move. Now it's time to pounce on something. So something good's coming towards a lot of Pisces. I just have to say that, okay? Either a person or a situation or something is at least energetically moving towards you, and it feels good. These first two in the front are extremely positive. I would claim these for sure. We're going to keep moving over to the Four of Swords. Like it's good on good, win on win. Okay, so we have one that comes out of nowhere, and then it's like another one, like a follow-up, like a 1-2 punch of goodness. Let's see why that Four of Swords is here. And I promise you, I'm not just saying this because I'm part of the collective, right? I got Scorpio placements. Those readings aren't always so nice. Let's go in on that Four of Swords. It's intense, right? Water sign energy is very intense. Thank you. The Nine of Wands popped out again. Do you remember earlier in the reading I was showing you the shuffles? Except this one is in reverse here. So I do feel like this kind of links into what we were seeing here with this Hanged Man in reverse when I was talking about delays, things taking a while, things being slow. When we get this Nine of Wands in reverse, to me, that is the gates opening, a burden lifting, something becoming available to you. So under a card like this Four of Swords, it's giving me that magnetic energy that, all right, you're not going to have to do much work here, Pisces. Like for a lot of Pisceans, regardless of what you're going through, whether it's work things, relationship things, interpersonal things, no things at all. These energies are moving towards the collective in a very magnetic way. So there could be various people moving towards you energetically and physically. There could be good situations and opportunities. It might just be that time for Pisces to level up in a positive way. I really, really like this. The Nine of Wands could represent communication issues, somebody being very skeptical, somebody being on guard. In reverse, under a card of rest and not moving, it's like you're not going to have to really exert too much. Like there's good stuff coming in. Like you're not going to have to move too much for it. It's going to move towards you, which is really, really good, Pisces. Even though we have this Five of Cups right here on the side that we could take a look at and describe a little more. I love this. I feel like this whole reading front to back is extremely claimable energy, and I would do so. But let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. Loving the energy this week, Pisces. Let's take a look here in the box. Position number one, we have the Ace of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. That got me excited right off the jump. This is a beautiful alignment that there could be something coming in like a sudden turn of luck, a surprising win, a surprising victory, just something that comes in suddenly and changes the game. Luck can be on your side, and we've been seeing it throughout this whole entire reading that yes, it's always good to put effort and action into things, but now might just be a time where things are moving towards you. Moving to the center, and yeah, we do have some karmic archetypes and stuff. I don't want to dig into that because I don't feel like that's the main message. But in the center, we have the Three of Cups with the Hanged Man in reverse. Let the good times roll. Something good moving towards you, a cause for celebration. So we have various wins and victories showing up here in different areas of life, like it's win on win on win. On the back end, we have the Four of Swords with the Nine of Wands in reverse, something being open to you. So it's not like you're going to have to be running into a brick wall here. If there have been delays, if there have been things blocking you, Spirit is saying those blocks are going to lift and things are going to open up for you. I really like this, that various people and good situations could be moving towards you magnetically. So please take a screenshot of that, Pisces. Let's get you a shadow card. Let's see what's going on in the shadows for the Pisces people. Really like that, you know, and that's why that Five of Cups on the far end over there, that's a bit of an anomaly to me. It really is. I feel like it doesn't really match the vibe of what we got going on. But once again, like I said, some people say that Pisces are always processing intense emotions, okay, even when times are good. But let's see what we have for Pisces in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull this. I feel like it's very introspective on the back end of a reading. We all have a shadow side, right? We all have things that we don't quite see and don't work through immediately. Okay, we got the Ace of Cups, which is a positive card even in the shadows, my friends. But let's talk about some of the nuanced takes that we can see with this Ace of Cups, because generally it's one of the better cards you want to receive in any reading, especially in upright. And when it landed right here on my desk in front of me, it landed on like the exact upright, just like this. So as a shadow card, it could just be Spirit telling you to watch your emotional state in this time. Okay, check in on yourself emotionally. Try to keep yourself even keeled. If there are some heavy things underneath the surface, don't feel like you need to work through them right now when things are going great, because you don't want to bring your emotions back down in one way. But keep your eyes open for opportunities. That's a big thing here, especially when this shows up as a shadow. And with what we saw in the reading itself, there could be a lot of unexpected opportunities that you don't quite see just yet coming in. Aside from that, aside from emotions, when we see the Ace of Cups, it could speak about love connections, romance, stuff like that. So maybe there's a past connection that you're still healing from that could be showing up right here for some Pisces, obviously not all. But I like this as a shadow card because it's not a fully matured, super heavy type of energy. It's something that can be worked through. Just keep your eyes open for various opportunities. And yes, Pisces, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 2 lucky winners to win 2 tarot decks completely at random. It will be a winner's choice. So if you want to get the Gilded Tarot, you could go ahead and do that. If you want the Everyday Witches Tarot, that's your choice as well. Any deck under $40 US will be given away. So if you'd like to get your name in for this one, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which zodiac signs you get along best with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.